Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Fun with Cards. In today's spotlight, we're going to be doing Phyrexian Vindicator, and it's an exclusive card. You can buy it in the vault for 20 USD. It gets, let's see what's included here. You get also 50 crystals, 8,000 runes, and 40 jewels. And then a Phyrexian booster pack, which comes with any of these cards here. And you can see I have plenty of them, but plenty I don't have. So you also get that if you buy this card in the vault. And so Octagon was generous enough to let me review for my channel here. So I'm going to show you a few decks that I've been having a lot of fun with this card. And yeah, I have been using a Johnny Sleeper Agent, Tomio Field Researcher, and Narset. And let's go to the first deck. So I want to share with you a deck that I've been having fun taking advantage of Phyrexian Vindicator's unique properties. And the mechanic I'm mostly using him for is Fight. Because what happens with Fight is Phyrexian Vindicator would take damage, but instead of taking damage, it's absorbing it and reflecting it back onto any other opposing target. So, say we use Tail Swipe, my first creature will get +1/+1. So whatever amount of damage that your opposing creature's power would be, you get to throw that back at any of its other opposing creatures or back onto your opposing planeswalker. So that can be really fun. It's a really good way of doing extra damage that you wouldn't do. But also, instead of Ruthless Predation, we could also try Berserker. So let's see, we got that. That's a little less. Reinforce target creature you control against Trample, Berserker, and First Strike. Okay, we could try that. Let's just see what happens. I've yet to ever try that. I was just going to put in Brawler's Plate, but let's test out how that works, okay? Okay, threats undetected is something I usually like to put down first, but we got Dryad Arbor, and we want some mana ramp. Sigarda. Let's see. Oh, man. Interesting strategy there. Alright. Threats undetected. There we go. For a Koth not to play creatures, that's really strange to me. But oh well, we'll see what happens here. This might not be the best showcase for this deck. Okay, let's finally get something going here. Fight that guy. Toss that damage there. Okay, nice try. Alright, well, we win anyway, but if I had another fight spell in my deck, I would have tossed it against that creature, and then it would have done 11 damage to me, which I would have then reflected against his Planeswalker. Okay, here's another fun use of the Vindicator. This is Tamio now. We got Sigarda, Host of Herons, Tamio Field Researcher, Core Moon Gauntlet, which is my favorite card right now, and I'll show you why. Cut your losses, Bushwhack for the ability to fight, and if you don't, you fetch the first land card from your library and it gains half its mana, which we only have Colony Garden as a land in here, but it's a really good one. So we got Nissa's Expedition, which will fetch a land and give it full mana, and then every time you cast a card, you seed a gem. And then Selvala, which is, I believe, the best green converter in Standard right now, and then Tail Swipe for some extra fighting. So we'll see how this deck goes this time. Sigarda, Host of Heron is great to convert loyalty gems. So in between that, Ichor Moon, extra swaps, you're just going to be triggering our third ability a lot. So show you how this deck works. Okay, we got a Vindicator and Selvala. Let's see, we'll get Vindicator down first before we put Selvala down, because at least we'll be able to trigger more gem conversion that way. Let's see. No really good matches there. At least it cascaded into something decent. Oh man. Don't want that. Okay, we'll do this. Well, that ended up working out okay. Cut your losses. Do another, why not? He's done. I didn't have anything else to destroy anyway, so. Alright, so now we're at her third ability already, so take advantage of that. Cast Bushwhack. Get some more lands going. Let's see, what does he got? Commie War, Shipwreck Marsh. Oh, surprised Commie War didn't. What did it do for him anyway? Um, okay. Oh, did I have a Tomio down? I just didn't even realize it. Oh well. That's annoying. But we're pretty well set up for things here. I mean, they got a pretty solid deck going, so it's interesting. Thank you. All right. So now the Vindicator got ley line, so now it's pretty well buffed there, so that's pretty cool. First, creature fights target opposing creature, so we do that. Toss some damage back his way, so that's pretty fun. This is Expedition. Just gonna pump up our elemental here. I'm not too worried about that. Got mana drain. Does he have ambiguity? I can't tell. Looks like they're going for PMA there. So yeah, we got to see some pretty fun stuff. Okay, Jack Gunner, he's a good player. I've run across many good decks of his, so that's why that was a um, kind of a hairy battle there. But yeah, you got to see that Phyrexian Vindicator. Got to trigger a bunch of sort of what would you call it, reflected damage onto everything else there. So that was fun. Here's a Narset deck I'm using for Phyrexian Vindicator because blue and red is just so good right now. Blade Coil Serpent, Ichor Moon Gauntlet, and everything else that helps to keep something of a loop going is just going to do wonders for you as far as training grounds goes. But yeah, you get Tamio Field Researcher pumped up so much with the Gauntlet that it's just hard not to use this combo. So Phyrexian Vindicator is in here with Call of the Full Moon, so you get a chance to do some extra damage when you bash them against your opposing creature. So that's the idea here. Okay, so let's see. Get the gauntlet down first, and then let's see if we can get a bunch of cards down with the serpent. Gonna save the gauntlet until I have more things to put down because I don't want him to demolish it before it does anything for me. So let's see. No blue matches there. Two extra swaps with the gauntlet. So, okay, I see something. There we go. So that's a really optimized way of using Blade Coil Serpent. Hold off until... Oh yeah, and we keep proliferating. That's why it was getting buffed up so much. So, okay, we get Field Researcher down, and then Okay, I think that's the right play. Do I cut my losses? No. At least we get an extra swap too. Is that our gauntlet? Okay. Give us some shields. All we need to do is just cast another card and then we got... Okay, yeah, we'll do this. Mind Detachment gives us mana and we triggered Proliferate again. Chaleva. Okay, so let's just recap what we did there because there was a lot happening and I knew exactly what was going on, but maybe you missed it. So, okay, start our turn. Icor Moon Gauntlet was cast. So right there, we get the Proliferate train going. So Icor Moon Gauntlet was triggered when I cast Broker's Charm and Rite of Flame. And then Tomio Field Researcher was drawn. Cut your losses. So Icor Moon was triggered. Tomio Field Researcher I triggered. So that also proliferated and gave me an extra swap. Because if you remember, when you activate a loyalty ability or Vanguard ability, proliferate, escalate, and then if you have 10 or less loyalty, you gain an extra swap. So that's what's happened there. All right. And then every time I cast a new card, Icor Moon Gauntlet was triggered, and that's why my Tommy already has 9 shields. My Gauntlet only has 2 shields right now, so I don't want to match into it if I can help it, but looks like I just did it there anyway. That's okay. All right, we're going to get a new one pretty soon. Bam, he bashes into us, and then I choose to reflect that damage right back onto our Bolas enemy. So cool. Yeah, this should be game over anyway. We're going to get a new gauntlet here. Cut your losses. We can cast onto throw it onto Vindicator for the casualty, and since he has prevent damage, he does not get destroyed. Then because of the gauntlet, our Tomio's at 27 shields, so pretty much everything in our hand next turn is gonna be free for us, but that won't be necessary. All right, so what do you guys think? I personally think it's a really fun card. It's very unique. There's not really a card like it, especially not in standard. Um, there are some unique ways to take advantage of his abilities. I'm sure there's more that I haven't yet discovered, but I'm definitely going to keep playing around with this card. I think just the idea of it being a flying vigilant with prevent damage, and if you're able to put hexproof on it in some way, it's going to be really difficult to deal with for a lot of players. Um, I know a lot of people are running untargeted removal, as you should be, so there's always that possibility. But as I showed here, you can still get a lot of utility out of him, even if you're not using him to stay on the board for too long. So yeah, let me know. What do you guys think? Would you buy him? You still got some time if you really want to. But yeah, there's my review. And yeah, I hope they keep sending me some new fun cards to review. And I will see you in the next video.